Okay, how does that one go?
It goes.
Oh, I was mixing
See,
it
you
up with
got it.
yeah. No, not from that, from my own thinking.
Oh, sad.
There's a song that goes like, and even on our worst night, I'm into you. And I was thinking it was that one. But no, it's I'm so into you. Yeah. So baby, come wind me up. Hello, and welcome to Baby, That's Cont, Oscars edition. I'm Kip, your resident Oscar the Grouch.
And I'm Joseph with that me depresso.
Well, why don't we start with the Oscars and then we can go from there?
Sure. So the Oscars were this Sunday. I watched them after an incredibly long day of being on the road and watching other content, which we'll get to later. Uh,
And I watched them after
I,
an incredibly long day of being out and about.
there we go. Same vibes. What did you think?
I thought they were great this year. The best it's been in a long time, thankfully.
Oh, love that. I haven't probably watched for a while. I've just seen clips online of past years since I was probably like high school. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to compare to these days. But did you think
Well,
Conan did well?
yeah, he was a real highlight. What
Okay.
did you think?
um, I thought he was fine. No complaints, but I wouldn't say amazing.
Okay. I mean, okay, well, so the show opens with Ariana and Cynthia doing an incredible, like, Wicked and Wiz medley.
The Wicked Wiz of Oz.
Yes, absolutely.
uh, I should have just turned it off after that, I think.
No, you needed to get through at least, like, Conan's first bit, because that was great. But then maybe
uh,
after that.
yeah, the opening was pretty good.
But it definitely started on the top and definitely did, like, make its way down. I'll agree
Okay,
with you there.
do you want to know what my L of the week is? I just changed
Sure.
it because I just
Okay.
remembered. So my dad, of all people, was talking to me and telling me about rumors for the Oscars about Cynthia and Ariana's performance. You know, really trying to connect with me. um, and he told me that the rumors were that Cynthia was going to be like flying around singing.
Oh my god.
So you could not believe how excited I was to get home after a long day of hooking and push play. And then how even more excited I got when you could tell you were looking at the camera of her and you could see she was slowly moving up. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna cut away and she's gonna be flying. And then turns out she was just like 16 inches higher standing on a platform.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So that was my L, believing in hope.
Yeah, but surely you thought it was a good performance.
Oh, I thought it was crazy. Like, to me, it's insane how they can just go out there and sing these insane songs and just be like so nonchalant. Like, what? Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, did you absolutely scream at Ari's dress reveal?
I was gonna say the shoe. That was amazing,
That was
iconic,
amazing.
revolutionary.
Indeed.
I thought that was the high note of the show.
I think I agree with that too. I thought that it was very funny that Cynthia's partner girlfriend Lena Waithe is like sitting right in between her and Ari, which does absolutely nothing to dispel the rumors.
Oh, what do we call them?
The rumors and nastiness.
No, I meant, do they have a couple name?
I don't know. Cynthiana.
Cynthiana. That's a good name, though.
Cynthiana Mama. That is a good one. I
Uh,
saw a tweet today that was like 50 years from now when Ariana reveals the affair in her book. I'm going to be in the nursing home saying, I knew.
yeah, I did think it was funny that Cynthia had Lena there next to her, and then SpongeBob was over on the side next to Bowen.
I thought that was really weird and funny too. But I guess it must be because he was also nominated, whereas Lena was like guest of.
Yeah, well, I think Ari took her mom, so that must be
Oh, that
why
is
it's
what
hard to
happened.
see. Yeah, but I'm sure Bowen and her mom would have had a great time sitting together.
I think that's true too. That's hilarious. Um, okay, so moving into the opening of the show with Conan. So that's what the substance was. Is like the way that he crawled out of her body. That's what happens in the movie. Is like the younger version crawls out and then like crawls
Yeah,
back in. Or no, I don't think.
I thought
Anyways,
I thought it was a fun bit, a little long, but it was funny.
well, my favorite was like the car keys joke.
Yeah, like when he came back out on stage,
Yeah,
that was funny. Yeah,
yeah. Um, I loved the roast of Jeff Bezos.
I don't remember that. Oh, the Amazon package thing.
There was multiple. There was the Amazon package thing, which was a double roast, and then later on with the Bond thing and how
Oh,
Amazon bought Bond, and then they show like a random business guy. I thought that was hilarious.
yeah. I was like, are they doing the homage to Bond because Amazon bought it and now it's like Bond is dead?
I think that's right.
That's iconic.
I know it is iconic. That was a low light of the show for me, though.
Yeah, it was interesting. Um, is that when they had Lisa, Doja, and Ray perform, or was that a
Uh
different
huh.
part?
Yeah, that was
And I
that.
guess Margaret Qualley was twirling around too, which was weird to me. It was just like
It was
boom.
weird. I know. She's so
um,
beautiful, though.
she is. Did you? I heard rumors that Lisa was not live singing.
Oh.
Any thoughts?
Well, none of the vocalists sounded all that good in this segment of the program. So if she was taped, you would hope they would have tuned it up a little bit more.
Well, she wanted it to be realistic, I guess.
I don't know what her voice sounds like.
Lisa, I don't really know either. It's gonna sound awful. I love Blackpink, but I don't know who is who. I just watched. There's like five of them, right? So it's
Yeah.
not like I watch like all their videos or whatever. But
No, that makes sense.
she's that one, and
If Blackpink comes on in the car, you're just going to hear the song in
yeah,
five voices. Anyone's
it's
could be
not even
anyone's.
always in English either. So it's real tough for me.
Yeah.
But people were clocking that she always kept the mic like right in front of her mouth, so that way you couldn't tell
Oh.
she messed up.
Yeah.
And that's, I guess, like a top sign.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you ever go watch a Britney Spears performance, it's very much giving that.
Yeah, she's good
Although
at
she'll
that.
often do the lip sync with like the, one in front of her. And I think that's very
Yeah,
funny.
amazing. Look.
Did you hear Karen Culkin's speech?
Yeah, that was a highlight.
That was a highlight. Oh, ye of
I
little
like.
faith. Can you imagine having to have a child because you were being funny to your husband?
Well, women might want to start getting used to that concept.
Because women are getting funnier.
Oh no, because we're approaching The Handmaid's Tale in
I know.
America.
I was trying to offer an alternative version.
Well, blessed be the fruit.
Of course.
Um, do you think that was really true? Like his speech?
I feel like the Emmy one had to have been,
Yeah.
or the gold. I don't know, the third child. I don't know if the fourth child was true.
Because I feel like if that was me sitting there knowing they're filming me, I'd be like, I don't want to hear this for the first time.
I know. I know. I mean, I do think he is really loves his family, and I guess wants more
Yeah.
kids. So I feel like it's true.
He is really funny, like effortlessly funny, it seems like.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, I didn't watch the movie. I really did want to see it, but it turns out I ran out of time.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either. But I
It just
did
seems
see
like,
Anora, which won like
oh,
so many
everything.
awards. Yes. Have you seen it?
Not only have I not seen it, I have also never heard of it. You can believe that one.
Shall I give a brief synopsis?
Sure. For the audience, of course.
Of course. Slight spoilers ahead if you've never heard of Anora, but whatever. Um, this rich Russian kid in like Long Island visits a strip club and like falls in love with a stripper, and they get married. And his parents are Russian oligarchs in Russia, and they find out and they fly to America to try to like break up the marriage, and hijinks ensue.
Oh. What kind of hijinks?
Like chases, coercion, private jet flights. Um,
Like, are we
yeah,
talking like Home Alone, Scooby Doo hijinks, or like adult level?
it's giving adult. It's giving
Okay.
adult. It's a little more like, are they gonna murder this girl?
Okay. That's more expected, I would guess.
Yeah. I liked the movie quite a bit. To be clear, I was surprised it won like everything.
Yeah, and it turns out like the one guy just did everything except act.
I know. Well, they made it for only $6 million, which is, as far as I know, not very much money to make a movie.
Yeah, so she didn't get paid anything, is what I'm hearing.
Well, A, probably not. B, I'm sure there's like you get a percentage of the box office, but it didn't make much money on the box office either.
Oh, well, yeah, box office is dead, honey.
Poor diva. She's down.
Well, she did win an award, so she's net zero. I don't know.
Yeah. No, she'll make a lot of money from this on the next project for sure.
I
But it
hope.
was sad that like she won the award Best Actress. That Demi Moore was. People were hoping she would win, and it was sad that they had her front and center in this beautiful gown, and she loses.
I know. And they kept showing her all night, too.
Oh my god, I know.
It's very meta of them to give the award to the younger girl and not Demi Moore.
Correct. It really is. So that's sad. They did also show Timothy Chalamet quite a bit, but they would not put Kylie in the shots. I thought it was really funny.
Really? I feel like I kept seeing her boobs all night.
Well,
They were out.
that's true. I mean, they were right next to each other. She couldn't be completely cut out. What did you think of his suit?
My one thought is just why.
Yeah, I thought he looked like a peep.
It's just like, okay, it's not horribly offensive, but does it look good? I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree with that. I didn't love it.
I feel like he wore it just to piss Kylie off.
Maybe. But they were hot and heavy from reports I've seen.
I still don't understand it. It truly makes no sense to me.
Me neither, but what can I say? I feel like when you're as famous
Um,
as, I mean, they're both very famous, but Since he's that famous, I feel like you just don't want to meet a rando. You want to meet someone else who like also doesn't care about his level of fame.
Yeah, I guess that's the trend right now for celebrity couples because it's to me it's like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey. I don't really get it.
I get it.
I don't.
What don't you get?
Like her being with I think just like a professional athlete at all.
Yeah, but he's not just any professional athlete. He's a cool professional athlete.
Okay.
I think he's funny and he's hot and like, she was dating all those like, actory like men and I think she really wanted, a hunk of American beef.
Okay. Well, I'm glad she has it. I can't believe they're still together.
I think they're endgame. I think we're gonna
Ugh,
see a ring on a finger and a bump on a baby pretty soon here.
bump on a baby.
Bump on a baby. the new, the new. That made no sense. I don't think either one of us is firing on all cylinders today.
Yeah, sorry everyone.
And thank you for listening.
It's been a week.
But you do get such hits as "Bump on a Baby."
It's
That could really pay off. Oh my god. I thought the Bowen's bit for the costume thing was really funny and cute.
yeah, that was a highlight for me. Um, I love that he called Elle Fanning Elle Fanning.
Got her ass.
um, I don't. I guess I don't have much else to say other than I thought Miley looked insane,
She did look insane.
and I want to know where her eyebrows went to.
Yeah, she needs to stop yelling at the audience.
I think
That's
that's her
my
thing.
opinion. Yeah, yeah, that's how you know she has too much money.
Yeah. I did think it was savage when they cut that guy off, though. Is that what you're referring to?
I forgot.
Like Miley announced the award, and then there was like three people like trying went up there to accept, and like the two people spoke, and then the third guy went up to the mic and they blasted the walk off music, like, and they
Oh
cut the
yeah,
mic too.
that's
Yeah, it's a.
hilarious.
She said like fuck them or fuck something.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think that like I don't know, speeches are really tough, but then Adrian Brody gave the longest Oscar speech in history, not hyperbole. Went on for like 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Didn't say anything of interest. Like at least 2 minutes of that was him like talking about how he was gonna talk. It was horrible.
Yeah, that was my feedback. Was like most of the speeches, y'all didn't say anything. Like you just wasted my time watching it.
Yeah, I agree with that. Although there were some political speeches.
A few, but I don't want to hear you go up and say thank you a million times. Like that's not a speech. That's just your contractual obligations being
Yeah,
fulfilled.
I know. I know. The only other thing that I would say, I thought that Whoopi Goldberg looked absolutely fantastic. Gorgeous gown.
I agree.
Um,
She can be real hit or miss sometimes.
I agree with that. Did you pick up on tension between her and Oprah?
I didn't notice, but I was just thinking like, oh, it's so wild to see Oprah on TV again because I feel like it's been so long since I have.
Yeah.
She looked pretty good too.
She looked really, really good. Um, it just seemed to me like there was some tension between the two of them, which rumors state that there has been ever since The Color Purple. So it was fun to see them together, but I
Oh,
feel like there's more to work out between them.
but like the original Color Purple.
I think so.
of like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, girl, we gotta bury the beef.
I mean, I think it's a long speculated feud. Reports say
Interesting.
Oprah iced out Whoopi from her involvement in the Color Purple musical.
Huh. Well, I have a fun rumor about Whoopi. Anyway,
Okay.
it's not fun.
Oh no. Well, say it.
I heard, unsubstantiated, that Whoopi does not fly on planes because she witnessed two planes colliding in midair when she was a child.
Wow. Is that true? Is that a rumor or is that
Well, all rumors are
something?
true until proven false, right?
Right. Especially if you want to believe them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Um, I will say where I saw the rumor, they did fact check it. However, it was on a media program, so I can't say for sure whether they really checked.
Okay. Makes sense. Well, that's all I have to say about the Oscars too.
Yeah. And you thought it was great.
I did. Well, I did, but like, there's a lot of dead time.
Yeah, it is true. Conan had that song though. He was like, "I'm not gonna waste time." Blah, blah, blah. I was like, "This could have been cut." I hated it.
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite bit, but overall, I thought he was a really good host.
He did
Did
get
you
that.
laugh at
Oh,
his Drake joke?
yeah. I was just gonna say that's the last thing. I thought that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
I haven't heard Drake's response yet, but I also haven't been looking for it.
Same. And I don't need to hear it.
It's just funny because to clap back at Conan O'Brien is like, if you have to do that, you already lost.
Yeah, 100%.
Uh,
Hilarious.
Anyways, do you have a W of the week?
W of the week. I went to H&M this morning and I found 3 cute shirts for a total of $61, including tax. And
Wow,
it's just been a really long time since I found something that it looked good on me for like less than $100.
that's amazing.
Thank you.
That's 3 things for less than $100.
I know. And one of them I'm going to wear tonight.
Oh, I love
I thought about wearing it for the app, but then I just was already wearing this.
Yeah, same.
Well, I just thought, like, I do occasionally get roasted for, wearing the same thing. And so I can't be putting my newest thing out in digital when I could wear it to see 5 different groups of people.
Well, do you think those 5 groups of people are going to be watching?
They'll probably see the Instagram clip.
Oh, that's true, actually.
The YouTube video.
Right about
But I will say, people do know we're doing this. Like, when I meet up with people, it comes up.
Oh, they're like,
Without me bringing it up.
How's that thing I skip through every week on your Instagram?
Me, it's fun to do.
Exactly. My W is I beat another 80-year-old at tennis this week.
Oh my god, huge. We will take that.
And you know what? I almost didn't win, so it really was a W.
Well, 80 is the new 70.
Sure. So what does that make 30?
29. But also, you're not 30, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, but it rounds down.
I guess. Time goes quickly.
Well, I mean, 31 can round down.
I agree. It's just
32
you're
is
almost.
like, okay, you're,
I know, but 32 is
Really?
really close for you.
well, maybe.
If you make it.
There's always that question.
Yeah. Okay, I do have an L. I probably have 2 L's of the week, to be honest.
Wow.
Okay, my
Well, let's
first
hear
L of the week is a technicality where I was robbed. We went to this electric shuffleboard place on Saturday night with a group of gays called Electric Shuffle. Um, it was really fun and really cute. And I won. I was listed as number one on the leaderboard for like the whole time. We played for 90 minutes. And then someone tied me for first place. And then when it ended and they gave out awards, they put me in second place on the podium. So literally my L of the week.
it. That's amazing.
um, and then my
Because you
second
can't
L,
argue, or else you're gonna look
correct,
like a sore loser.
correct, and it was digitally done, so there's no one to even argue with.
Ugh, hate that. It's like when you have a problem and you have to call on the phone and it's all automated bullshit. And it's like, no, I just want to yell at someone.
Oh my god! Well, then I yell representative. Feels
Yes.
good to yell at our AI overlords sometimes.
Uh, well, you better be careful because they're gonna come back to get you.
Well, I always tell Siri thank you.
Well, that's good.
Yes,
The
I'm
most
pretty polite.
ineffective one.
I know. Well, that's because I'm. Anyways. Um, and then my other L of the week is okay. So this hotel we're staying in for a work trip, so it's paid for by a company, which is lovely. The hotel sucks. It has like the worst water pressure I've ever seen. Our room keys have broken, I would say like 5 times now. Um, which is a real problem. And the housekeepers have ignored the do not disturb and walked in on me while I was interviewing candidates twice.
That's iconic, actually.
I know, I know,
It's like iconically bad.
I know. So that's my L.
Well, I'll say it looks nice.
Yeah, it could be worse, but it could be a lot better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like ignoring the do not disturb is just like the easiest thing to get right. It's like literally says do not disturb, follow the direction.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I couldn't really properly yell because I had to like get back to my interview
Yeah.
because candidate experience is very important to us.
Sure. Huge even.
Absolutely. Um, what is your L of the week?
Well, my original L was going to be podcast editing software because
That's a
I'm
good
sure it's been
one.
an amazingly seamless transition for all of our viewers. We've gone through like 3 different softwares and editing things, and it's all been a nightmare. So that's my L of the week, is having to deal with all that.
That makes sense. And I want to give a huge shout out to you for doing so.
Thank you so much. I'd also like to give a huge shout out also to me for doing that.
Oh my god. Hilarious.
Uh, I have news
Okay.
unrelated to me, but um, related to the controversial new Harry Potter series reboot, whatever
Oh
you
my
want to call
god. Okay.
it. John Lithgow is confirmed to be playing Dumbledore in the new series.
Oh, I saw that. I'm excited.
Do you like him?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't.
Oh no, why not?
I don't know. I feel like he played a role in something, and I can't picture him as anything else. And the
Yeah.
role is like a dorky, like goofball grandfather kind of role.
Oh, that's not what I picture him as at all. I picture, hang on, I will tell you what I picture him from. Oh, he was like a murderer in Dexter, but like a really big murderer.
I
He
see.
murdered so many people, including almost Dexter.
Okay, icon.
Anyways, the thing about Dumbledore is that the one from the first two movies was so good, and it was devastating that he died. And then I hated the one from the last 6 movies.
Yeah. It's a hard role. I don't know. I mean, I'm open to seeing how he does because I have no other choice.
Of course. How old is he?
That's what I was also thinking because HBO said that this is supposed to be like a 10-year series. So, like, is he going to
Right.
make it?
Right. I mean, it is the problem with like hiring an old person to play an old role is like they got to make it. But yeah, it's gonna be a real scream, and probably his seal his fate in life.
I was going to say, I feel like now the role is just like, you're going to die. Like, it's a cursed role.
Yeah,
So maybe I'll get another Dumbledore that I like.
maybe it's probably not your last one. I'll tell you that.
uh, that's funny.
Yeah, and sad.
Yeah. Um, in other entertainment related news, I don't know if you saw the announcement of Shrek 5, but he's having
No, I
like
didn't see the announcement of Shrek 5.
well they like whatever released like a little clip teaser trailer or whatever. And there's a tweet I have to share. I mean a post. Can't say that word because I'm not on that website.
Okay, this is a funny tweet.
If you don't see the original next to it, you really don't notice, but
Yeah,
he's had work done, baby.
he looked better. Wait, is the new one
Before.
on the left or the right?
Oh, I can't see it because I'm not logged in. That's for you to figure out on your own.
I think I like the newer, skinnier version.
Oh, well, that's slay.
I mean, it tells you everything you need to know about my body issues.
Tea. Body tea. Okay, so then the other news is apparently Shrek's daughter is trans. So
Oh my
that's
god,
amazing.
good for her. In this political
Yeah.
environment, that is bravery.
Can you believe?
Braverism, even.
Oh, and it's played by Zendaya.
Oh,
I mean, she
okay.
is played by Zendaya.
It?
Well, it is an ogre, so you know.
Yes. Oh my god.
So that's been this week's entertainment update.
Great update. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Tell us about the live Wicked performance.
Oh, so surprise everybody. Your resident Wickednista went to see the touring production of Wicked
Yeah.
in America's finest city, San Diego.
That you moved away from.
That's what it's called. You can't attack me for the title. I didn't title it that.
I don't think it should be called that. And I never have and I never
Well,
will.
and that's your opinion.
Absolutely.
So I texted you at intermission and I said, I have thoughts.
I know, and then you wouldn't tell me the thoughts.
Okay, so the seats we had were pretty decent. We were at the mezzanine level, so like one layer up,
Yeah.
and we were like 2 rows from the rail. So there
Okay.
wasn't like really a lot obstructing the view. We could see like amazingly. And we weren't super far away. Because the ticket prices were like kind of crazy, and like as someone who's already seen it a bunch of times, I wasn't gonna go all out.
The ticket
And
prices are
also,
insane. How
yeah,
much do you think you paid for these?
I think they were like $170.
each.
each. Yeah, so it's not crazy, but like to have really good tickets was like $500 or more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it's the touring production. So like if I was gonna go see it on Broadway, like I probably would spring for better tickets. Um, but turns out I feel vindicated because it definitely was the touring production.
Oh my god, what did they do wrong? What makes you say that?
I just okay, so disclaimer, this is an entertainment podcast. So what I'm saying is the truth, but also meant to be funny and entertaining. So that being said, I feel like they were really phoning it in for the first act of the play.
Oh, the first act is the good act.
Yes, famously. And I don't know if this was an audio issue, but there were some times where they were singing so quietly that I couldn't even hear what they were saying.
Oh.
And I'm not expecting them to be belting out every line of every song, but like we got to hear you. Like that's the whole point of
Yeah, give it to us, girls.
singing. um, and then when they finally got to Defying Gravity at the end of the first act, which is like arguably the best moment of the entire show, they finally like let it rip, and like then it like shocked me because like I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, what's been going on this whole time? And then I think it's just because this was an afternoon showing and they had to do another show later. So they were
Yeah,
like saving the voice.
right. It makes sense if you
So
think about it.
she did tear the house down with the ending. Whoa, whatever. And that's what scared me because she really blasted it. um, so in that way, I was a little disappointed because one of my favorite songs is "The Wizard and I," which is famously in the first act.
Yeah. When
And
I meet the wizard.
yes, I feel like she didn't really give a full. She didn't really put her whole puss into
Are all alphabets.
it. Yeah. So I was a little disappointed in that way. And then I will say Act Two is a lot more enjoyable when you actually understand what's going on now. Because Wicked is like infamously known for being like so rushed that nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah, I would agree
But
with
now,
that.
after having seen the show 3 previous times and watching the movie multiple times, it's like I really knew what was going on. So I will say the second act is better when you have the full context.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to see it in London this summer because, to your point around ticket prices, it is so much cheaper in London. Like the most expensive ticket's like £70,
Oh, slay.
in like a shocking way.
Yeah. And I knew after the movie, like, it would be a lot more expensive. And I was not wrong, which I never am.
No, because
Um,
I looked at it because it was at the Pantages. I looked at it because I thought it'd be fun to go. To your exact point, I was like, "Oh
yeah.
my god, eye-watering prices!"
Yeah.
Mama, my eyes they watered.
Okay, here is my beef. I don't even understand if this is debatable, but singing along in the theater, the live production theater,
People
acceptable
were
or not?
doing that. No, not acceptable at all.
Yes, the woman behind me was singing along to the song.
Did every time?
Like, okay, famously, no. Because here was my theory. I was like, I know that this is some fake fan, and
Yeah.
she only knew the Act One songs from the
Oh my
movies.
god. And you were right.
Yes, and I was so pissed off. Like, it really irritated me, and I'm like the kind of person that's like, if I say something, I'm gonna like, it's like if I open the pressure valve, it's just gonna explode. So I just like try
Yeah.
to keep it all bottled in. But like, I turned around and like glared at her briefly, and she like refused to acknowledge me looking. I was like, that's all I could do, because if I try to say something, I'm gonna cause a scene in the show.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know what I would do.
I just thought it's crazy. Like, I don't even understand. Like, you would have to think like I could see in a movie theater like singing quietly, but like, I mean, obviously we're far enough from the stage that they can't hear her. But like, it's just crazy to like ruin the show for other people.
No, it's like, I mean, your entire row, like 10 people paid 170 each, and rooting for
Yeah,
everybody. It's not acceptable. I don't know what I would do either, but you did a good job of like not losing it.
yeah. Well, luckily she didn't know the other songs, so I got to hear those
That's
now that
good.
their voices were warmed up.
Um, yeah. No, I've had this experience not with exact songs, but when we went to see Leah Michelle and Funny Girl like a year ago, and there was this like older couple and um, they talked to each other throughout the whole time, but you could tell they were trying to whisper, but because they were old and couldn't hear, like their whisper was like very loud, and it was like a lot of commentary, not like I don't know. I can forgive being like, what happened one time because you do miss things. But this was an expensive ticket. And anyways, it just ruins it for like a lot of people. It's like you got to just see the show and figure it out later.
Yeah, people are wild. There'll be
Yeah,
no decorum anymore.
I know. It's partially why I would just be worried about going to see. I don't know. I was worried about it for the movie too. And we got lucky with that.
Yeah, I was really worried about that too. But I think because we went to the pre-screening was like only the super fans that you know would
Yeah.
respect the rules. So that's where I was saying like the ticket price. I'm like, maybe I should have bought better tickets to be with people who like know the fucking rules.
Yeah, but then it's like, ugh. Anyways, I understand conundrum.
Yeah, because it's not like a regular concert where they're blasting the music at you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, and that's the problem with theater too, is like sometimes they're trying to do it, they're not trying to make it loud enough as if you're at like a concert. They're trying to make it as if you're hearing it from the stage. And it's like, well, mama needs
Yeah,
to hear it.
exactly. Uh, I will say they had like little live subtitles captioning on the side of the stage. Turns out there's a lot of words to the songs that I didn't know
Oh,
correctly.
you could see that? That's fun.
Yeah, which was nice because when I couldn't hear it, I could read it.
Yeah. Oh my god. So many more concerts do that than I realized. Um Oh my god, like when we saw Beyonce on the Renaissance tour, we were on the floor and the projector was like huge at the back, and it was just so fun to like just see like I'm a bitch in the afternoon. Just like put there.
Amazing.
Oh my god. Well, you had posed a question to me last week.
Oh yes, I forgot.
Oh my god, are you prepared?
I forgot. Yeah. So the question I asked you was, "What is your favorite pop song of all time?"
And my answer is Like a Prayer by Madonna.
You know, I should have expected this.
It's like one of the best songs of all time.
I always get it convinced. I always get it confused, mixed up, even with like a Virgin,
It's
because
very
it's
different.
similar titles, very close, 66
I'll,
percent even.
I'll give you that.
Like I can't even hear it in my mind,
Oh my
although I know
god,
I've
that's
heard
killing
it.
me.
Is it in Moulin Rouge, or is that like a
I don't
Virgin,
like a
or is
virgin, I
that
think.
a? Okay, well, okay, now I can
It's
hear it in my head. I
yeah,
got
it's got the choir, the clapping, the
it. So
ooh, life is a myth. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a good one.
I think it's the perfect song because it has like it starts slow, it leads to a big crescendo, um, reprisal. Oh, like incredible song, and it's meaningful.
What's it mean?
Well, it to each his own.
Okay. Well, that was an incredibly well thought out answer.
Thank you. I
I come
did
to
my
you.
research. Call me mama.
Okay, research queen. You're like, Google, what is the best pop song of all time?
I didn't. I said my favorite. You can't Google that.
Oh, true, 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 true. So true. Although I am curious to, I want to Google that.
Okay,
Okay, you
let's Google
Google
it.
it. My updated favorite pop song of all time may shock you.
Okay.
I don't know why I've been saying that like every podcast. um, is Into You by Miss Ariana Grande.
That's a great one.
I'm not even the biggest Ari fan. I wouldn't even call myself an Ari fan, but I do think that's a top song.
Okay, how does that one go?
It goes.
Oh, I was mixing
See,
it
you
up with
got it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, not from that, from my own thinking.
Oh, sad.
There's a song that goes like, and even on our worst night, I'm into you. And I was thinking it was that one. But no, it's I'm so into you. Yeah. So baby, come wind me up.
It's a banger.
It is a banger. Okay, it's a great choice.
Thank you. So, what's the best pop song of all time, Miss Google?
Okay. You will probably agree with it, actually. It is I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston.
Okay, that might be the best.
It's a great pick. Like, it's not my number one favorite, but it is like top 10.
Okay, my only beef with it is that the way it ends, it just fades out of like saying the same thing over and over, which I hate to an ending of a song.
Yeah, but that is pop sometimes. I was at Trader Joe's and I asked the cashier what his pick would be. And well, I just thought let's just like
That's a
sample.
market research. We love it.
Well, it came to mind because I was in Trader Joe's and another Madonna song came on. It wasn't like a prayer and it wasn't like a virgin, but like the whole store wasn't like singing it, but was really into it. You could just really tell. So the question came to mind because I was thinking about Madonna. Anyways, his answer was I Feel Love, which was the song we walked down the aisle to as we left our wedding ceremony, which I also think is a great song.
I don't know that song.
Well, you have famously heard it as an attendee.
But was I listening?
There was a lot going on. You may not have been.
We'll see.
Wow. My question for you next week is a two-parter. I would say it's a similar question to the question you asked.
Is it going to shock me?
No, I think you'll think it makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. What is your favorite movie of all time? And what would you say is the best movie of all time? Because to me, those are different.
Okay.
But if you disagree, your answer can be both.
Well, I think they're probably different.
Dude, the best movie of all time is not something I want to watch all the time. My favorite movie, I do. So,
Agreed. Well, do you have any fun ones to share?
movies?
Yeah, well, because like I need to think about my answer for sure. But like, when you said favorite movie of all time, the movie that first popped into my head is Rush Hour.
I
I don't
mean,
think I don't think it really is my favorite movie of all time, but I guess it's up there.
yeah. I'm gonna be choosing from What a Girl Wants with Amanda Bynes, The Princess Diaries, and Evita.
Okay, fair.
One of which I think could be the best movie of all time.
I don't even want to know. I'll be surprised.
Yeah, you're gonna be surprised.
Okay, when you said best movie of all time, I immediately thought It's a Wonderful Life or The Sound of Music.
Mm. I've wanted to rewatch The Sound of Music for a long time, and I can never do it because it's like 3+ hours.
Yeah, I normally do a rewatch every year around Christmas, but this year I didn't.
Mm. Makes sense.
I don't know if that's the best movie of all time, but
I know. That's why I
it is
think
a
it's a
good movie.
thinker.
Okay, well, next time I go to the supermarket, I will be asking.
You should ask. Why not? We got to hear what the people think.
True.
Well, do you have any more thoughts on the culture today?
It's not a good week for culture. So, that's all, folks.
I agree. Well, thank you all for listening. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Please follow us on Instagram at Baby That's Cont and our personal Instagrams at Jojo_Patron and at Queen Kip.
You can also find us on TikTok,
Tic
TikTok.
Tac.
Maybe that's caught, and we'll have Trader's finale review episode coming out on Tuesday, and then we'll see you again Thursday, possibly, probably for other content.
Indeed.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.